So once again, quick spoiler warning for the season finale of Star Wars Rebels Season 2. Did Ahsoka Tano die in the Season 2 finale of Star Wars Rebels? Now, real quick, I have to admit, this is me backtracking a little bit, because I rushed out a video on the topic using some low-quality footage, and my analysis was wrong. It was wrong, Internet. Is that what you want to hear? I was f***ing wrong! When I first saw that final clip of the Sith Temple and some low-quality footage, it looked like Ahsoka dropping to her knees and her last bit of life leaving her. Again, I was wrong, because some higher quality footage showed that it is definitely Ahsoka walking back into the Sith Temple, or rather, the Force Ghost of Ahsoka Tano. That's right, kids. I'm sticking by my story. Ahsoka Tano is still dead, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Ahsoka Tano is gone forever from the Star Wars universe. That glowing white aura that was surrounding her during that final shot is what's always basically been indicative of a Force ghost within the Star Wars universe. Not to mention that she swore to Anakin she wouldn't leave him that time, and Anakin / Darth Vader told her that then she would die if that was the case. Not to mention that it really is such a fitting way for her character to go, staying so loyal to her master that she once knew that she would literally fight to her own death to try and bring the Anakin Skywalker that she knew back to the light. And on top of that, it is really difficult to imagine her storyline ever having a moment nearly as climactic as that one, because that's essentially what they were building toward from the moment she appeared on the scene in Star Wars Rebels. Now, when it comes to the entire Star Wars universe, the concept of death is a little bit of a murky one, considering that pretty much any Force user has shown the capability to manifest themselves once again as a Force ghost. And again, I believe that is what we see of Ahsoka descending into that Sith Temple. It also makes sense from the standpoint of, to defeat your enemy, you have to understand your enemy. And she knows the Jedi, but she doesn't know much about the ways of the Sith. And in order to destroy Darth Vader and essentially bring back Anakin Skywalker within her mind, or in my opinion, help along Ezra as he also grapples between the pull of light and dark, she's going to have that understanding as well. And her Force Ghost may have an impact on Ezra, not too unlike the way that Obi-Wan's Force Ghost eventually did with Luke Skywalker in later films. I think it draws somewhat of a parallel to things we've seen before, but also adding in the element of somewhat of the gray Jedi aspect of things. I guess to simplify my entire take on the whole thing, I think that yes, Ahsoka Tano, at least in the physical form, is dead, but Ahsoka Tano is not entirely gone. If they do eventually bring her back in some capacity, I'd be interested to see the direction they go with it, seeing as how we know she isn't going to bring Vader back to the light. We know how that all plays out, so whatever her role ends up being, it has to be at least decently apart from the main storyline and any significant impact on Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker. Anyway, that's just a little bit more analysis I wanted to shed on this whole thing, because my first little take on this whole thing was a bit of a mess, but I guess that's what you get for starting a video at 6:30 in the morning. But anyway, I know plenty of people have thoughts on this whole thing of where they think the storyline's gonna go, if Ahsoka actually is alive, and if somehow her and Vader both survived that explosion, and that's what separated them, enabling them to both walk away from each other generally unscathed for the most part. But whatever you thought about it, please feel free to share. Be civil, goddammit, though. I came out and I admitted I was wrong. What more do you want, Internet? But anyway, if you liked the video, please hit it with the thumbs up button. And as always, everybody, thanks so much for watching.